This is your 2021 Ford F-150, Canada's best-selling pickup truck for almost as long as I've been alive, if anybody cares to figure out how old I am. So Quirks and Irks, front end looks very aggressive and just nicely done, not overly complicated, not simple, just a great balance of aggressiveness and style and modern design and flair to it. So you got your LEDs for your fog lights and your turn signal and your headlights and your day runners, which are right down here. Gives it a nice little flair for design. I think it looks really cool. You can't do much with the shape of a pickup truck, but you can pay attention to all the small details. This does have the surround view camera, so the first one is right underneath the Ford logo, and then there's ones under the mirrors, and then there's obviously the one on the tailgate. Back to where we started. Again, you can't do much with the shape of the pickup truck. So it's the bed, it's the cab, and then it's the hood. The rims, big massive wheels, nice clean look on the rims as well. Here's an ongoing theme you'll see throughout the vehicle. This is the platinum trim I have, so second from the limited, and Ford does not want you to forget you're in a platinum, and we'll get to that throughout the review. So you get your chrome mirror caps, there I am. I get your LED side repeaters there as well. I think this is an underrated and really smart tool, having the keypad lock. So if you're, at the beach or whatever it is, and you don't want to bring anything with you, just lock your keys in the car, use the keypad code, and that's pretty much it. And yes, it's I think decades old, maybe, I don't know, at least a couple of decades, but nothing wrong with it. All right, side profile, again, you can't do much. There's the bed, there's the cab, there's the hood, or the engine, and nothing wrong with it, but Ford's really paid a lot of attention to the details. Running boards come down when you open the doors, so there you go. I'll close it up. It also has the approach detection. It got a little annoying for me because there were times I was just around the truck and it kept opening and closing and opening and closing, so I just set it to the sensor being off. All right, LEDs for your tail lights, for your turn signals, and your reverse lights. A couple of lights on, there's one there and there's one there as well. Tailpipe is off to the passenger side. You can see it right underneath there. All right, let's get to some cool stuff here. So again, this is the platinum, so it says platinum all the way across. You can open the tailgate that way. There's a little switch on the inside beside the steering wheel, and you can go from your key fob as well. Ford's given you a ruler that's 4 feet long, so inches on the bottom, centimeters on the top. Centimeters run up to 100, inches go up to 4 feet. A little place for your clamp, so if you're doing any work on your truck, in your truck, around your truck, that really makes it helpful and easy to get more of a usefulness out of the truck. And a little Ford business there. Cool thing here, it's a shallow cup holder, but every little bit helps. There's a secondary clamp thing here as well, so you're not only stuck doing it on one side of the vehicle. A little spot for your phone if you're doing a FaceTime call, or you're talking to somebody, or you just want your phone present instead of it being kind of jammed in your pocket or whatever it is. Onboard power, cool thing from Ford, this has the 2 kilowatt max, 7.2 on the hybrid, and it's so useful. Like if your truck is your office, then this is a huge plus for you. You get some lights there, they're adjustable. You got your 4 tie downs, so 1, 2, and 3, and 4. That is a power window that opens. There's a camera right at the top. I'll zoom in, and basically that's for your towing package. Start with the rear seats. The rear door opens quite a bit, so no problem getting in and out. So putting the seats up one-handed. Now they lock in place, and to unlock them, there's a little tab here. Basically, you pull that, it unlocks it, down it goes. So depending on what you're carrying and who you're carrying, lots of space available. So outboard heated rear seats, a little bit of power over there. Got a couple of cup holders here. Massive panoramic sunroof is a paid upgrade. I would strongly suggest getting it. Just lets so much light into the cabin and really opens the feel up here for it. Taking a look into the door panel, you got storage there and all along there. My seat's all the way back and all the way up. You can see there's not really a lot of space there, but as far as legroom goes, almost one full hand of mine. So if you're doing trips to the cottage or to the lake or whatever it is, you have lots of comfort here. Now that seat's also pretty much all the way back, and you can see just how much space there is there. All right, let's go and take a look up front. Oh, another couple of quick things. Platinum badging on this seat and platinum badging on that seat back as well. Close that up. All right, so more platinum badging. So it's right there, and as well on the back of this seat and the back of that seat. Speakers in the headrests, speakers in the roof. It's just, I love it. One of my favorite sound systems. Two-tone leather seats, just so comfortable. This doesn't seem very thick for a thigh bolster, but it's really, really comfortable. Side bolsters are massively sized and really keep you in place. Quick look at the door panel. So nice and simple stuff. Cool little touch here, soft touch material, leather and the contrasted stitching. All sorts of storage options down here, and another big speaker cover there. The pedals, in case you have short legs or long legs for that matter, they move. So just simple one-touch button right there. And again, depending on how long or short your legs are, it accommodates you. So more platinum badging over there, and platinum on the bottom of the steering wheel. Massive digital display. Let's take a look at the opening graphic. There it is. And again, it's all in the details. So not sure if you heard that, but that's the running boards powering back into the vehicle. Lots of options here. I think the important one here is the towing one. So if you're doing trailers or boats or whatever it is, there's your trailer light status, the driver's assistant towing status. So lots of information here, and easy, not easy, but they make it easier to not have any issues when you're towing. Speaking of towing, there's the Pro trailer option there. I don't have anything to tow, so therefore this is kind of useless for me right now, but it helps. More of that, and there are your drive modes all in one convenient area, and it's angled towards you, so that's bonus points for me. Little quirk here, this is not in blue, which is, it's happened sometimes, but I would have thought that Ford would have put blue here. I know why they didn't. It's the whole platinum trim, and it's in the platinum color, but it's kind of a little quirk there. All right, so you got your lights and all that sorts of stuff down here. There's your power tailgate release, or lift gate release, sorry. I got some light options as well in there. All right, what else are we looking at? Let's go up top here first. So this opens up your rear. Let's take a look in the camera and the mirror. There you go, so it's right in the middle, so that opens up the rear window. Sunglasses holder, and just some basic stuff up here. I like that it's nice and clean. I don't mind that it's got a thicker lining around it, but it's just a nice, clean, no issues at all. This is the way of the future. It's just so, it's massive. It's and it's more importantly easy to navigate. I'm not a big fan of Volvo's vertical style tablet infotainment. I think this is the 12-inch one. Yeah, 12 inches. It's huge. It's massive. But again, it's surprisingly easy to navigate. There are some hard touch buttons here. Auto start stop, camera parking, hazards, traction control off, and hill descent control. But, you know, you just go through your stuff. It's not lightning fast. It's Sync 4, but there is so much information here that you can pull through. I don't mind it. I think because it's more of a horizontal, or it is a horizontal layout, I think that's what the attraction is for me, as opposed to it kind of just following the line of the dashboard. No issues with this at all. I think again, it's so big, and just kind of going back a bit, it really frames the entire front end of the vehicle. You know, obviously the steering wheel's here, but anyways, moving on, a little bit of storage in there. You get your wireless charging, a couple of USBs, soft close there if you don't want people to see whatever's in there. As you've seen before, I like this. I really do. It's such a small detail, but it really pays off. So that goes down, and you're like, okay, well, great. What's the big deal? Another platinum badge there. The big deal here is this opens up. So if you're working on your laptop, you're signing contracts, you're having lunch, whatever it is, like the size of this space that's pretty much flat, will absolutely come in handy. And it's such a smart resource and a smart idea by Ford to just maximize the amount of space you have in here. This isn't exactly flat. You know, you could put something across here if you didn't want to open that up for whatever reason, but just, it's such a good idea. And we can one touch button down, one touch button up. You got a couple of cup holders. There's just a little slot for your phone. And let's take a look underneath here and look at all the storage that we have. It's just, there's so much in the sliding tray as well. And you have a couple more USBs. My brain stopped for a sec, hiding in there. overall, the cabin is just such a well laid out, useful amount of space with just pretty much everything you need. Again, if your truck is your office, there's a 12 volt, there's a household adapter as well. All of your HVAC is here. Buttons are a little small for my liking. Not a deal breaker at all if I was looking for a truck and I really wanted an F-150. Heated seats, cooled seats, heated steering wheel, all the stuff is here on the Platinum trim. On the road with the 2021 Ford F-150, there are 6 engines. There are 6 different trims. With the Platinum trim, the V8 comes standard, but Ford Canada had optioned this with the 3.5 liter V6 EcoBoost. So power figures are pretty easy to memorize for me. 400 horsepower, 500 pound-feet of torque through Ford's 10-speed automatic transmission. And this again has the Ford FX4 off-road package. I didn't get a chance to do any off-roading this time around, but maybe next time. As far as daily driving and dynamics go, I'm really not going to jump into much of it. It's a big truck. That's the simplest way to put it. But I didn't find any kind of uh-oh moments. There is no moments of, not feeling stable. And yes, this has the curve control, which just kind of keeps you less likely to tip over, especially when you're towing something. And it's just another great innovation on the side of Ford. But overall, like, it's a very smooth ride. It really eats up a lot of the bumps, and sometimes I'll admit I forgot that there was an entire other half of the vehicle behind me. It drives like a truck. I'm not going to say it drives like a car at all, because it doesn't. But it's a smooth drive, and the 10-speed transmission definitely helps with that. Instead of kind of just being pushed through 6 gears, the extra 4 gears. Make a difference for fuel consumption in conjunction, that's a lot of C words, with the EcoBoost. But overall, I don't have any complaints about the way the F-150 drives. Quick note on different drive modes. So there's a bunch of them. So this is normal. Next one up is slippery, and it's a cool thing here that it says 4x4 shift in progress, and there's a little animated graphic as well. So back to slippery, and now this is the deep snow / sand. Moving on, we have mud / ruts. From there, it's the rock crawl, and this has the FX4 package. So for 4 low, shift to neutral. This is just part of the video, so we're going to keep it where we are. And that maxes us out if we turn right, and let's go back left. So back to mud ruts, deep snow, sand, slippery, and normal, and tow / haul. And from there, we're going to go to eco. So lots of different settings in the 4x4 shift in progress. So the truck always lets you know what it's doing and what it's up to. It's a 136 liter tank. And as far as liters per 100 kilometers go, it's 13.5 in the city, which really isn't all that bad for a truck of this size. 10.2 on the highway, and our blended total comes out to an even 12. What does my quick math tell me? Almost 1,000 kilometers per tank, depending on what you're doing. Again, Natural Resources Canada is not the be-all and end-all. It's a solid rating, but if you're towing a lot of things and there's a lot of things in the bed, or there's a lot of people, your driving conditions will definitely influence that. Seats, very comfortable, nice, huge, massive steering wheel, easy to grip onto. The infotainment system, which is here, so I'm sitting kind of the way I am. I can tap the top of it, so I've got no problems in getting to pull any information I specifically need out of the big 12-inch infotainment system. Everything's within reach, everything's well placed. There's no things that are like, oh, I wish this was here, that was there, or I wouldn't rejig the interior at all. I find that all the information and all the buttons and all the controls are well within reach, easily accessible, and the things you don't really use all that often are kind of tucked away. Like if you're the only one using the truck, you probably won't use the adjuster for the closeness or far-awayness. I know far-awayness. Look at me making up words. The distance between your foot and the pedals. Shout out to the sponsor of this video, which is Leatherman, and you may know them as being a multi-tool company, which is what they are and which is what they were founded on. nearly 40 years ago, but they have gotten into the apparel game, and I'm wearing a Leatherman hoodie. It is very comfortable. The large fits me perfectly. I look for cuff length for me. I don't want things kind of riding up here. I don't want things kind of going too far so that it's covering my palm. So for me, this fits perfectly. It's comfortable, it's durable. It's my new spring jacket-ish kind of thing on days where I want something in between. It's gonna be great once fall comes around. It's well made, it's durable, and it's really comfortable. And I'm not sure if you can see, but my microphone clips on perfectly to the drawstrings. Now, I used to keep my drawstrings inside. I don't like having them dangling around, specifically when I'm driving, just my seatbelt moving and whatnot. But Leatherman hoodies are, to me, top-notch, well done, full marks. They also make t-shirts and long sleeve t-shirts. You can get your hoodie with a logo on it. You can get it plain black, and you can also get it in gray with the logo. So 4 options for you. Quick jump into towing capacity before we wrap up the video, because if you're buying this for towing your trailer or your boat or whatever it is you're moving, the towing capacity here is 14,000 pounds, and your payload comes out to 3,325 pounds. So those will vary depending on which engine you get. And again, there are 6 choices for engines. Usually I'm not a fan of having so many options. It's kind of like going to a restaurant and having a 5-page menu when you really just want, I don't know, hot wings and a beer. But in this case, because a truck is so useful and a lot of different people have a lot of different needs for what they want out of their truck, I don't have any issues. Or it's not an irk, it's more of a perk for me. Very rarely will I give multiple options of perk, but again, in this case, 6 engines and 6 different trim models, and pricing goes anywhere from the mid-30s up to almost 90, and then you tack on your options and all that. So there really is an F-150 for pretty much everybody's needs now, unless you need something bigger like 250, 350. But as far as this this class of truck goes, Ford's got you covered pretty well. If you got any questions on the 2021 Ford F-150, let me know in the comments, and I'll do my best to get you answers as soon as possible. I'm going to turn around because I realize that I'm in the shadows, and you should see my little face in a little bit of light as I wrap it up. And that's a little better. Almost there. Almost there. Bear with me, bear with me. I'll put some B-roll in to cover up this turn. And there we go. I think we're good. All right, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate the support, and feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, and feel free to tell somebody about the channel who you think might be interested in what I do. Be well, be healthy, be safe. Thank you for staying with me. I appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video.